Welcome to my February update on Nova Scotia's real estate market. It's been a pretty interesting first quarter and it's not going the way many people were hoping. Buyers were hoping for the home prices to come down, sellers were hoping the buyers would start buying, and of course realtors were just hoping to close something. The Bank of Canada reported on March 6th that they would be continuing their policy of quantitative tightening. The Governing Council wanted to see core inflation fall to a sustainable basis before making any adjustments to the interest rate of 5%. Global growth rate has slowed, but Canadian economic growth has come in higher than expected, which could be attributed to the increase in population. The upcoming federal budget and the next Bank of Canada report are slated for April. Depending on whether the government has more spending in mind as part of this budget, which would cause inflation to rise again like it did with the COVID checks, this will be a determining factor as to whether or not the Bank of Canada will consider any interest rate reductions in the near future. Be sure to stay to the end because I have included a list of extra home sale prices of some of the more popular communities here in Nova Scotia. But if you don't see the community you're interested in, just message me directly or put the comments in below and I can let you know what the market's like in that area. First, let's have a look at the number of homes that are currently on the market. The inventory of homes for sale in Nova Scotia is up by about 30% compared to last year. Month over month, the number of active residential listings is pretty much flatlined over the past 3 months. With the minimal increases and decreases happening across the regions, Nova Scotia has 2,259 active residential listings currently. This is approximately 1,300 less than pre-pandemic numbers. There are a number of homes that are overpriced sitting on the market that is keeping those inventory numbers up. Homes that are on the market longer than the days on market average are most likely overpriced due to condition or location. Next, let's look at homes that have accepted offers. These pending sales have bumped up by about 11 to 13% across Nova Scotia year over year. From January to February, we saw an increase of 580 to 646 pending sales for Nova Scotia as a whole. Each area has its own story though, with Halifax-Dartmouth having 30 more sales this month than in January. Annapolis Valley had 5 additional sales, South Shore had 16 more sales, while the northern region had the most with 20 additional sales this month. This has been a slow increase month over month from December's numbers, which were in fact the lowest point of accepted offers in the last 5 years. Now let's have a look at days on market, or how fast homes are selling. Homes are starting to sell faster with the median days on market, DOM, in Nova Scotia at just 18 days in February. Halifax-Dartmouth is leading the charge with homes flying off the market in just 13 median days. Although places like Yarmouth are taking a bit longer, it's clear that the market is definitely heating up. Annapolis Valley homes are sitting for 42 days and the South Shore is at 82. So how many new listings have come to the market in the past month? Even though more homes are up for grabs, the inventory is increasing, we're seeing fewer new listings that came to market in February compared to last year. It's a bit of a mixed bag where some areas like Yarmouth are seeing a bit of a bump in new listings, but overall the new listing numbers are down across the board. Even though many homeowners have substantial equity built up in their homes, with the current economic unease and the high cost of living, many have gone into saving mode or they don't want to jeopardize their low interest rate on their current mortgage. The number of new listings for February was up year over year by 12.3% for Nova Scotia and up 3.5% for Halifax-Dartmouth. It was down 8% in Cape Breton. This is not the case when comparing to last month in January. The number of new listings was actually down all across the board, except for Yarmouth, where they saw an increase of 7 extra listings. For Nova Scotia as a whole, there was 842 new listings, which is down 47 from January. Now, talking about inventory, it feels like there's a lot more breathing room compared to last year's, with inventories jumping up slightly. Nova Scotia has exactly 2.9 months worth of inventory, and Halifax is sitting at 2 months. In other regions, such as Annapolis Valley and the South Shore, they have 4 months worth of inventory. And Highland region is well into a buyer's market, which is anything over 5 to 6 months worth of inventory. The list to sale ratio is also inching back up closer to homes selling to list price, which is great news for sellers. Nova Scotia homes are selling at 97.4% of list price, and Halifax-Dartmouth is almost hitting the full price mark at 99.2. Annapolis Valley is sitting at 94.2%, and the South Shore is getting 92.4% of the original list price. Now, let's get into what homes are selling for. Remember, a home is only worth what a buyer is willing to pay. A little side note, the top sale for February was a 2,800 square foot condo in downtown Halifax, which sold for $1.8 million. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate my content, because I do sure appreciate you watching. Sold prices for February are all over the place, influenced by all sorts of factors. See my blog on my website. Mostly location and condition of the property being sold. Yarmouth has seen a dip in prices, while places like the Highland region and the South Shore are seeing prices go up. It's a real mix, which really goes to show how diverse our market is. Homes in Yarmouth are selling for $180,000, which is down year over year and from January's price of $210,000. Highland region is sitting at $322,500, which is up from January. Cape Breton is also up from January, sitting at $217,500. The northern region is down from last month and is sitting at $260,000. And the South Shore is up year over year and month over month and is sitting at $369,450. Annapolis Valley is actually down 2% from last year and down $50,000 from the month of January, sitting at $300,000. Nova Scotia as a whole is up 7.7% from 2023 and is up $11,000 from January, sitting at $410,000. Keep in mind that a year-over-year increase of about 6% is pretty standard for pre-COVID times. And finally, Halifax-Dartmouth region came in at $545,000, which is up from January's $527,000 and up 13.9% from 2023. Now, here are some more sale prices that might interest you. But remember, any questions, please reach out, because I love talking real estate. This has been The Real Deal with Dawn.